The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Suggestions. There are 7 ball, corner, option, defense, tackling, zone drops, hooks option is set to 10. Zone coverage option, coach on plan, edge, cover 3. Spread, audible.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Love looking to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
We'll get this to about the 38.
Entering play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Option is set. Option is set. Option over. 1 Robert press.
2nd down at 7. Here's Love. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Give cushion. Spread.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Max, up, R1 button, circle button.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And right away he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line. But small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Entering play
Jordan Love, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Personnel, AHB slopes, stretch alert bubble. RPO trap, TPL stop and goes.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Entering play
so
call.
not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Circle button.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Circle button.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
Circle button.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
Square button.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
It's hard to believe with all of his production that Amari Cooper keeps changing teams, but no matter where he goes, he just continues to produce. 3 years in Oakland, traded. 3 years in Dallas, traded again, this time to the Cleveland Browns. And now with the Browns here, he produces a 1st down. Coming off a career-best 8 touchdowns in 2021.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Circle button.
They run it again with Chubb.
Cross button.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down.
Code. Pop-up menu. You have 3 up. Entering depth. FD. WR select. Slot 2. Slot 3. Slot 5. Slot 3, slot 4, slot 4, deselected, hold selected, slot 1, MLB selected, slot 2, slot, hold selected, CD selected, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, FS select, 3DRB selected, slot 2, PWHD, SLW, slot 3, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot, entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Code. Pop-up menu. You have 3 options. Enter. R. P. LS select. 3. PW. SLWR slot. Slot 1. Slot. 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 Entering French. Entering. Cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
But this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Corner, WR screen, FK screen birds.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
0-1 trap.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Entering play call.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Square button.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
L1 button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Square button. Flat. Cross button. Circle button. R1 button.
On 4th down, Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Tempo to contain. Option is set to even sit. Choose the player to replace. You have left. Choose a new player. Choose the play. Choose a new player. Choose the formation. Even six. Free. Big nickel. Wide. There are 7 categories.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Love. And this is going to be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Option is set to formation. Option is slot. There are 4 categories. You have 10 options. Double slant is selected.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Entering play call, slot barrier for cat, for me, cons, 0-1, verticals, dagger.
They'll come up now, second and 4 from the 31.
Triangle button. Max protect, circle button, circle button, circle button.
Out of the
Triangle
gun, Watson.
Button, square button.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Berrios. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Cover 3-yard formation. There's option is set. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose a new play. Choose the formation. There are 7. Prevent. Nickel. Big nickel. Cover 2.
Here we go. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 2nd and 11 now. Love. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
3 to 4. Option is set. Option odd. There are 4 categories. You have 15
in
options.
Search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Pass.
Love now. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Gun. Option is set. Option is set to top bench. AHD slip bench. PWR bench.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. From bench. Cross button. R1 button. Square button.
Looking to throw again
Cross
on
button.
second down.
R1 button.
Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Empty base.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
R1 button. R1 button. Square button. Circle button. R1 button. R1 button. Cross button. Cross button. Cross button. Triangle
Watson.
button. Circle button.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. It's hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Cross button.
In motion goes the tight end.
R1 button. Cross button. Circle button.
On second and 9. Watson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Straight doubles. Inside zone. Double spot.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Cross button. Square button.
Here's Watson.
Circle button. Circle button.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
York able to send this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Option is set to 2 to 4 dB.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
You have 12 options. Cover 1 hole is selected. Cover 1 hole.
Let's go.
Love now to pass on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Love. Open man is Denzel Mims. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing. Love. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's such a good route runner.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Coach suggestions. Formation. Plan. There are 7 categories. Squeeze block.
So that challenge, a successful one. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Circle button. Cross button. Circle button. Circle button.
And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
You have 8 options. Choose the player to replace. You have 11 options. Formate, eagle, Y-stick, corner.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button. Cross button.
Here's Watson.
Cross button. Triangle button.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And here comes Berrios. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jets will take over.
Cover 3 double. Cover 2. Cover 4. Cover 1 Robert press. 3. Cover 2. Cover 2 drop. Cover 4 drop. Over. 1 Robert press. 3 there are 4. From punt, defend outside run. You have 80 options.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Spread.
And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Cover 1. Prevent. Cover 2 invert.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, cycle.
Give cushion.
On 1st and 10, Love. Open man is Uzama. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Blue striker. Red, yellow. Green jack.
Love. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Over storm brave. Cover, two-man contain. Cover 1 hole. Two-man from 3 double bus.
Ready.
Give cushion. Spread.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against those defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch them. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Run outside. Defense short pass.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Entering punch. There are 3 categories. You have 8 options. HP dive.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Jermaine Johnson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Speed option.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
R1 button. R1 button.
They'll look to throw here. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Prevent. 4. Cover 2. Cover 1. FS Blitz. From 3 to 4. Option is set over. There are 4 categories. You have 15 options.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Opposite. 3.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Choose the play. 2 to 4 DB unlock.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Give pushing.
Working out of the gun. Love.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Hook up to 15 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Cover from 3. There. Odd. Cover. Storm Brave. Cover 2 hard flat. Storm Brave 1.
Let's go.
Spread. Give pushing.
To throw now. Here's Love. Open man here is Conklin.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
They go bootleg. Love.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. And he'll find Hall. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Shot. 17.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7
with his first
categories.
career NFL touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Zerline good with a PAT.
Entering
and
play
that'll
call.
make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Turn left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.